Meanwhile, these two are still at it, having some sort of stare-off. You get the idea. This chap is minding his own business, but keep your eye on the cupboard behind him. Surprise!
I think the cat outside had organised a game of hide and seek some time ago and just thought, can't be bothered, not looking anymore. And the cat is like, hey! You are blatantly making no attempt to find me. Then goes back in the cupboard, which is a bit dim.
It's feeding time for these moggies. Well, one of them anyway. As we all know, cats love boxes. And this puss is nice and comfy in his, until that grey bugger gets involved and promptly closes the lid, and then sits on it. Hang on, is that a miniature lion? Are you going to help? Ah, clearly not. Some impressive balancing on display here, but his big brother has other ideas. The owner of this cat is having a cuddle with her pet. Or not.
Some cats do seem to be a bit malevolent. You know, it's hard to think that they're not planning this, they're not plotting this, but I think sometimes they just get caught in the moment. When they want what they want, they're gonna get it.
And you won't believe this, these two are still having a standoff. Until this happens. But not all cats are so cocky, and they can even be affectionate towards dogs. Like this puss, who's been reunited with his four-legged friend after a week apart, so gives him a hug. And another. And another. Oh, get a room. Now, contrary to popular opinion, the internet was actually invented so that people can dress their pets in costumes, film them, and share their mini masterpieces with the world. The creative pinnacle of which might be this clip, which went viral in 2014.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. We both know I'm going to have to kill you now.
Meet Banecat, a comic take on Batman The Dark Knight Rises, which became an internet sensation, notching up nearly 7 million views on YouTube.
Oh yes! I was wondering what would break first.
The hilarious spoof is the creation of LA-based pals Tyler, Evan and Rob. They came up with the idea when Tyler's Tom Hardy impression had them in stitches.
Tyler starts doing the voices of Bane.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. Putting into my ideas.
With the voice nailed, the boys set about casting their leading man.
I reminded them, guys, I have a cat.
And she was the obvious choice.
Because cats are very malicious, and
know what they're thinking.
They always devise some sort of rude plan, scheme to knock things over and cause havoc in the house.
Feed me, then you'll have my permission to clean.
Having searched all over the house to find their star, the boys set about turning Viva into Bane. But even putting a collar on a cat can be troublesome, so getting one to wear a pain-inhibiting, anesthetic-injecting mask was a real challenge.
The way we got her to wear the mask initially was we put a little cat food inside there so she'd be eating it while we put the mask on.
With all the elements in place, the boys started to shoot. However, things didn't always go smoothly.
Viva!
Get ready.
Viva!
Get ready.
We're on Viva's time, so we have to get the shots when we can.
Well, they do say don't work with children or cats hell-bent on world domination.
Bane cat. If I was that cat and I wanted to intimidate Batman, I'd just bring the dead Robin in my mouth and go, you next.
But how has the film's success affected its star?
I think something's getting to her head. I think she's reading the YouTube comments.
She's like, you want me to film? You want me to film?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But the boys need to keep Viva the Diva on side as they have numerous sequels in the pipeline.
We're going all the way to episode 4.
And this gives you power over me.
You're gonna see new characters. One of them's maybe wearing black. I don't know.
So with Batman himself probably making an appearance and the inclusion of Spielberg-ish action sequences, this film franchise could well be on its way to, well, if not world, then at least World Wide Web domination.
I know Bane is intimidating and fearsome and terrifying, but I'll tell you this. You open a CD drawer next to him, you won't see him for dust. He'd burn off.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we present for your viewing pleasure, Cats vs. Laser Pointers. You're welcome. The owner of this puss is using his laser pen and his cat to play Skittles. Strike! And it looks like Christmas has come early for these little chaps.
They're absolutely hardwired to chase small moving targets, so something that's erratic and moving around like a laser point. Perfect.
They get so wound up with the little spots of light, they're going round in circles. And again. Blimey, even I feel dizzy. I think they need to sit down after all that. Ah. They're shaking with rage.
Do it again.
I bet you had a stiff neck in the morning. And the lasers are even driving them up the wall. Quite literally. And once more. Nice wallpaper. And it's curtains for this next fella. You know what, should we look at that again? One more time? Again? Really? Go on then. Right, that's it, we need to move on.
When you see the cats running up the wall chasing the laser, I mean, not only does it tell you about the agility of a cat, but really the thickness of a lot of people's wallpaper is frightening. I mean, that's got to have some texture on it to get some purchase on, hasn't it? I mean, wow.
Wow, indeed. Now, if there's one thing we know for an absolute fact, it's that cats love fish, and they will do anything to get their paws on one. Like this fella who spotted a tasty treat in a fish tank. He slowly takes aim and then launches. Only to make a complete idiot of himself. This moggy has higher hopes. Having successfully made it as far as the fish tank, oh, steady, all that remains is to grab some super fresh sushi. Which is harder than it sounds. This cat is just centimetres away from its prey, but unfortunately, those centimetres are filled with ice. But sometimes our finned friends fight back, like this grumpy goldfish who simply had enough. Yeah, sling your hook. It seems even inflatable robot fish are out for revenge. Somewhere in Asia, something fishy is about to happen, and this cat is going to have a spot of bother with his tentacles. He really is putting the puss into octopus. Really? Is that the best joke we could come up with? Wow. Oop.